KC's Audio Vault.
Jeff Martin, formerly of the Tea Party and Armada. March 15th, 2011.
U2 on the Power Drive, Winnipeg's best rock, Power 97. St. Patrick's Day is Thursday. When you hear the band, you phone us. We'll get you into their show May 29th at the Stadium. Tonight, the only party in town is at Rock Bar. Jeff Martin 777, correct? That's the way I say it?
That's the one, my sir.
Not
Yes.
777?
No, 777. Yeah, that's the one.
And you know a thing or two about Ireland, I suppose?
I do, yeah. I lived there for 3 years, from 2005 to 2008. Yeah.
And then you made your way, you're currently in Australia?
Yeah. And then I moved to Australia, so,
All over the place, Canada, Ireland.
Always the gypsy, yeah.
What brought you to Australia?
Well, mostly just, we'll start off with family, because my son was born there 6 years ago in Perth. So he's an Australian boy, and, basically when he hit around 4 years old, it was time, for him to start going to preschool and all that. And with his father being the rock and roll gypsy that he is, it was important that my boy was around, his grandmother and his aunties and uncles and stuff like that. So relocated back to Perth, So.
Some stability, you can make lifelong friends in preschool, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the 777, I'm guessing it's more of a Crowley reference as opposed to a Boeing 777?
Yes. Well, I don't know, but, we fly at a pretty high altitude, though, I'll tell you that, man. But, it's to do with Crowley and some of his philosophies in a book that he authored in the early 1900s. But just that number has always really been sort of almost like a power symbol for me, and it was even used back in the Tea Party days. So it's just something that's always been part and parcel of my musical psyche, And, it represents the new band now, because this is not, it's not a solo project. It is a new band. And people will see that tonight. It's Jay Cortez and Malcolm Clark, bass player and the drummer. Incredible musicians. Like, this power trio is something really to see,
So you're back to the Power Trio?
Yeah, back to the Power Trio, yeah.
Does it feel like home? Does Australia feel like home? Does a three-piece band feel just right for you?
Everything's feeling like home. Everything's feeling right. There's a lot of positivity now going on in my life, and it's wonderful, to come back to Canada and to be embraced in the way that we have been, with this new band and the new records and the Ground Cries Out. It's just doing really, really well, and you never know how things are going to go. And it's just like, even though it's been minus a gazillion pretty much every day that I've been here, our hearts have been very, very warmed by the reception that we've gotten. So,
well, Jeff Martin playing this evening at Rock Bar. We're going to chat a little bit more, but would you like to do a tune?
Yeah, I'll play a little swampy number that we have on The Ground Cries Out. It's a story about a mystical hobo that we know down south in Australia, and we call him the Riverland Rambler.
Shore, and I'm sure you'll see there's a preacher man and on a southern tree. He's got a Bible in his hand, a line up in the sand. I know Riverland Rambler, and he's cool, he lives with a dancer. Got the answers, yeah, baby. He's so cool, that Riverland's Rambler. Well, if your faith's gone south, why you asking me, baby? Why that flock don't fly, say those birds ain't free, baby. With the Bibles in their hands, see them stumble in the sand. The Riverland Rambler, and he's cool, he lives with the dancer. And ain't it funny how the man's got the answers? Yeah, babe. He's so cool, that Riverland's Rambler, Rambler. You ramble on now. Ooh, tell me, baby, now. shovel in his hands, got a line up in the sand. But I know the Riverland Rambler, and he's cool, he lives with the dancer. And ain't it funny how that man has got the answers? Yeah, babe. He's so cool, that Riverland's Rambler. Oh. I see her dancing by the riverside now. I see her dancing by the riverside now, baby. Oh, I see her dancing. I see her dancing.
Jeff Martin on the Power Drive, Winnipeg's best rock, Power 97. Jeff Martin 777 playing the Rock Bar this evening. You did an interview with Alan Cross not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was just watching it earlier today, and you kind of were rolling through the album, The Ground Cries Out, and kind of explaining each song. So the Rambler was this big gruff guy.
Well, he's not quite big, but he looks like he could have been a reject from Hell's Angels or something. He's bald, big long white beard. But yeah, he's just like the sweetest man, But we're just trying to figure out, like, just with the way he looks and everything, and just his attitude sometimes. Like, the guy's got the hottest wife you've ever, So we're just trying to figure that one out. Still, the three of us, but he's a cool cat, man.
He's got that something
Yes,
that
he
landed
does.
him the beautiful wife.
Yes.
Do you perform any of the old tunes? Is this strictly the
Yeah.
777?
No, absolutely. I mean, Malcolm Clark, the drummer in the new band, the way I met him was back in around the Transmission tour in Australia, so 97, 98. That's when I first met him. He was a big fan of the Tea Party. And so, when we eventually started to jam, about, 6-8 months ago, maybe a year ago, he really, knew a lot of the classic Tea Party stuff like better than I did. You know what I mean? So we just started playing it. And so I'd say like tonight, in the set, 60% of the show is obviously the new material, but then, there's a really good handful of, Tea Party classics that I guess we just, we switch up every night and all that, So, but it's, it's a full-on 2-hour rock and roll extravaganza, so.
Well, the name of the old band kind of has been hijacked in recent years with the Americans. They kind of think of the Tea Party as something else entirely.
It's the idiotic movement in America right now, because that's exactly what America needs, is more conservative fodder, right? So yeah, it's kind of upsetting, that they could take something that meant so much, in American history, like the Boston Tea Party, and turn it into this, conservative, religious, fanatical rant, So, but those days are gone. So,
It seems kind of rude to even ask because you found chemistry in the new trio, but all the fans, some people want to relive history. Any thoughts of getting the two old guys back together?
You just got to quote Justin Bieber and never say never, So that's it.
I didn't expect to hear that coming out of your mouth. You just got to quote him, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Ground Cries Out, it's in stores now. You're working your way back across, I guess.
Yeah, we started off in Vancouver, so, halfway through.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's been amazing. So, like people, you come to the show tonight, you'll walk away being very, very satisfied. So,
Jeff Martin, 777 this evening at the Rock Bar. Thank you so much for chatting and playing a tune.
Cool, man.
We're going to do, I guess, the opening track. This is The Ground Cries Out. Jeff Martin, Power 97.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.